Good damn morning, Americans. Jericho Green here with you once again, and make sure that you get over to jerichogreen.net at the conclusion of this video presentation and protect your retirement with a gold IRA. NobleGoldInvestments.com. Noble Gold is who I trust. Now, it's a new year and not much has changed. Houses are selling in a week. Interest rates are at zero. Our government is still printing money, $5 trillion in new money to be exact. What could possibly go wrong? Meanwhile, consumer confidence hit a 10-year low and inflation hit 6.8%, with parts of the U.S. seeing rates as high as 8%. Something's not adding up, is it? So what can you do? You can play safe. Putting some of your assets into precious metals will keep your money away from the volatility of the markets and inflation and let you sleep at night. This month, Noble Gold is giving away a 1/10 of an ounce solid gold American Eagle coin with any qualifying plan that you start. So talk to an expert at Noble Gold and they'll run through the options for keeping your money safe. No pressure, no hassle, no call centers. Just a chance to speak to someone who knows what they're talking about for once. How refreshing would that be? Call us at 877-646-5347 or visit the website noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. People of New York. Hey, you guys got a real piece of shit, eh? Oh, man. There was, some high hopes. I mean, those of you who are in New York City, who live it and breathe it and do it every day, maybe you had a little less optimism than I did, because I thought that there were some good things about Eric Adams, and I called him Eric Andrews before, I don't know why, but anyway, the new mayor of New York City, Eric Adams. I thought he had some bright spots. He was talking about undoing, recalling, or whatever, the vaccine, the poke mandates that Mayor de Blasio had in there. He was talking about possibly undoing the allowing non-citizens to vote in local elections that Mayor de Blasio had implemented. But it turns out he's just as big of, if not a bigger, piece of shit than Mayor de Blasio. So he's talking about booster mandates going into effect in April. He's talking about poke requirements for kids to attend school starting in 2023. And instead of backing off of and undoing, he is moving forward with non-citizens being able to vote in local elections. Now, by going forward with, I mean that he came out saying, and I quote, "It's the best choice." So I ask you, New York City, would you like us from the rest of the country to send you guys some KY jelly, Vaseline? What do you want? Because you guys are continuing, they are continuing the fucking of the citizens of New York City. New York City? Can you believe that shit? He's just as bad as the last guy. New York. What happened? And I can say something because we have the worst governor in U.S. history, and we went ahead and passed up the opportunity, blew the opportunity to recall his ass. So I know what you're going through. I know what you're dealing with. One piece of shit, you got a chance to get rid of that piece of shit, and you put another piece of shit right in their spot. Eric Adams sucks. Oh, man. So the rest of the country, we are standing here listening to New York get the business. You guys are like Forrest Gump when he was a kid. You remember when the principal of that school came over so his mom could handle his tuition? She could get him into school. And Forrest is standing on the porch, and all he hears is, your mama sure cares about your education, boy. That's the rest of the country listening to what is happening to New York City. Ain't that some shit? Eric Adams is terrible day one. So what, by allowing non-citizens to vote, that means those non-citizens are going to change the face of New York City. Because when you don't want to be an American, you just want to be in America. I made that shit up. Copyright. But when they just want to be in America and not be an American, then that means they're not going to value what it means to be an American. But what does it mean to be an American when they get all the things that Americans get without having to be a damn American? How does that happen? What does that do to the value of being a U.S. citizen? It makes it go down. So they're going to come in and they're going to turn New York City into where they came from because there's no reason not to. And my wife keeps texting me. So there's no reason to become an American, to assimilate, because you're getting all the benefits of doing the work without doing the damn work. So they're going to turn New York City into the country that they came from, so their kids can grow up in a much better version of where they grew up. That's what's going to happen. There's no reason to keep things the way they are. They have no connection to being an American because they just want to be in America, and we keep letting them in by the millions. How does that make an a New Yorker feel? Knowing that they got a bunch of people, we've been here. We've been paying taxes. We've been working. We've been sweating. We've been bleeding here. It's like when my mom used to work at the DMV. Because people, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So when my mom was working and I had to do something at the DMV, you think I'm going to stand in line with the rest of the commoners? Oh, no. I walked to the front because my mom was there. So I'd walk past all these people in the line at the DMV, mad as shit because they're probably on their lunch break or it's after work. Nobody likes to be at the DMV. But because I had it like that, I walked to the front of the line, got my shit handled in 5 minutes, and I was out. That's what's happening to you, New Yorkers. Yeah. You're standing in line, paying taxes, busting your ass, trying to give your kids a better life than what you had, because they always throw that in our face when they're talking about people coming here undocumented or non-citizens. They just want a better life. What do you think I want, you son of a bitch? But they're walking right past you. They got their express pass right past your American ass to the front of the line so they can shape your city and your face without your say-so. And the worst part of all is the people who are there when they're supposed to be protecting us and protecting our rights and protecting our benefits as U.S. citizens are the ones waving them to the front of the line. Here's another one. Here's another gut punch, New York. Your girl, Loco Cortez, you motherfuckers. Her womb is so polluted. She can have my fucking baby, man. Huh? What happened to her? She tested positive for the sweet and sour sniffles. How is that? She's double, triple vaxxed, double, triple poked, boosted. She's a fully vaccinated booster person, as our grandpa in chief says, hey, this isn't the mall. All by myself. That's what he said. So she got the sweet and sour sniffles. Why? Because she was down in Miami with no mask on, soaking up all that damn freedom while she's here wagging her finger on Instagram or whatever, talking about people who didn't wear masks. And you know her beta male ginger bitch boyfriend was in the next room with his legs up, waiting for her to finish her post. So you went down to Miami, Loco Cortez. You were partying at the club, hugging up on people and shit. Go look at the video. Sitting outside, nothing covering your face, and I wish you would cover your face. So then you come back to New York City with the sweet and sour sniffles. Well, since you got all the pokes you're supposed to get, and you will support these poke passports, you gotta show your papers, all your papers, sir. Huh? You want everybody to show their papers to go out and eat and have fun. You seen the video of that kid and his mom getting asked to leave the restaurant by the police? You mean NYPD couldn't find a more pressing issue than to come ask a mom and her 7-year-old to leave a restaurant, and there were like 5 cops? Anyway, these are the conditions you've created in your city, but you're going to take your ass to Miami to have fun. No, 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 no. You keep your ass right here in New York City. You keep your paperwork on you to go out, eat, and go to events and have fun. You stay your ass right here. But they don't do that. They don't live under the policies that they make. She said, fuck you, New York. I'm going down south. Huh? And what's New York going to do? I don't even know, Brooklyn, the Bronx, whatever her district is, her area. What are you guys going to do when she comes up for re-election? You're going to forget this shit and you're going to re-elect her dumbass again so she can put hard-ass mandates on you and peace out somewhere else where they don't have the bullshit. Man, please. Guys, like I was just saying, it's a new year and not much has changed. Houses are selling in a week. Interest rates are at 0. Our government is still printing money, $5 trillion in new money to be exact. What could possibly go wrong? Meanwhile, consumer confidence hit a 10-year low and inflation hit 6.8%, with parts of the U.S. seeing rates as high as 8%. Something's not adding up, is it? So what can you do? You can play safe. Putting some of your assets into precious metals will keep your money away from volatility in the marketplace, inflation, and will let you sleep at night. This month, Noble Gold is giving away a free 1/10 of an ounce solid gold American Eagle coin with any qualifying plan that you start. So talk to an expert at Noble Gold and they'll run through the options for keeping your money safe. No pressure, no hassle, no call centers. Just a chance to speak to someone who knows what they're talking about for once. How refreshing would that be? Call us at 877-646-5347 or visit the site noblegoldinvestments.com. That's noblegoldinvestments.com. Now, you know what I'm about to do. I'm about to get here with my beautiful wife and kids. But you know how it goes. I try to be done with the left, but they just won't let me. Please subscribe. Hit that notification bell because every time it rings, a piece of shit lefty cries. Utilize the Linktree link. Get your ass over to JerichoGreen.net. I am Jericho Green. Man, I'm out.